Hello and welcome to the Elderwand Harry Potter podcast. I guess they're calling me Professor now, as
Hey, upgrade, baby.
Professor Matt.
It's about time we hired a new professor because I was going to talk about two of them today. We've been going over professors.
I was gonna say Mudblood Matt, but I guess that's
wow.
Wow.
Do not. This is, oh my god. Okay.
I do have some questions about that, but that's a story for another time.
Story for another time. Yes. Okay. So hear me out here. I want to talk about something. I read this. I've been going on. It's funny because I don't normally venture on to Reddit or other place. Like Matt normally is my Reddit guy. He goes into all the different places, finds all these crazy theories. I've been looking up Harry Potter theories, just different stuff, trying to see what's out there. And we were just talking about Lockhart, and I thought I had saw something the other day about Lockhart and Quirrell. And so this is actually over on Star Wars Theory and
Harry Potter Theory.
Wow, thank you. It's his buddy.
It
Star
is
Wars
buddy.
Theory.
The font is very similar.
They are totally
their thumbnails are like the same thing. I know.
I love it. I think they are friends or something. They somehow know each other. I don't know what the deal is there. But anyway, both really cool channels. Matt and I, for Hyperspace, we love watching Star Wars Theory. And then Harry Potter Theory is fantastic. If you guys, we literally get ideas from them and try to like take our own thoughts, just like we do with Reddit. Like you listen to something. Hear me out on this, man. He says, so you know how Lockhart was going around like stealing different people's sort of achievements and different things or whatever?
Yes.
He says that Quirrell actually might have met up with Lockhart, that Lockhart and he both might have been in Albania a year prior to Harry Potter coming to Hogwarts. Mm-hmm. And I forget which book it's referenced to, but he's always releasing all these new books and everything. And it's kind of hinted at that he also fought I think it's a vampire. A vampire is referenced, right? And there's the connection to Quirrell. People talk about him being scared from one in Albania. Both of them are Ravenclaws, and both end up being professor of or defense against the dark arts teachers. And first of all, Quirrell is a joke to me. I just want to kind of talk. So that's really the rest of the theory. I'll put a link to it if you guys want to.
Not Lockhart.
No, I'm about to tell you.
I think Lockhart's the real deal.
I think he is too. I think they got a little carried away. I know in the book he also has some blunders.
He has no blunders.
Matt.
Zero. He lets Snape win. Okay. He says it himself. I believe everything he says, and he gives me zero reason as to not.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I love how much like Hermione, I always make a joke with Lottie about this. Hermione is fangirling so hard.
Right.
Over like because he's this writer, he's like Order of Merlin, he's a freaking dueling champion, he's this he's out there winning battle. He's just like your modern day, I don't know, not modern day, I guess. Like I'm thinking of what would he be in terms of superhero? He's a superhero wizard.
Yeah, he's like Superman.
Yeah, except for
he's like Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. And so he's always writing, about all of his adventures, and people say but the thing is, Matt, people say he stole those things. They say that he didn't actually do that stuff.
Well, they're wrong.
Well, but let me tell you something. On a serious note, do you know what he actually did do, though? He wrote those tales down in such a way that they're fantastic and they're fascinating and they're best sellers.
Yeah.
Also, what does he say about the Banshee? Like he didn't defeat the Banshee of whatever by smiling at it. Although he does like the little wink and smile. It's in the film. It's also in the book. Like he wins whatever it is, the weekly wizarding smile award thing, whatever it is. Now that's real. He really does win that award. Like he really does have a good smile. You know what I mean? He has charm. He's charismatic. He does.
He's a winner.
Powerful. He's great with memory spells. He gets all of those right. That's awesome. Okay. Matt, here's the thing. Lockhart versus Dumbledore in a duel. If he's so good,
taking Lockhart.
If he's so good with memory spells, could he not just cast a really good memory spell on Dumbledore and make him forget,
Well, I don't trust Dumbledore's memory in the first place.
Neither does he. That's why he's kind of offensive. He's got the thing. He's over there racking those memories down. Oh my God. It's just absurd. These first two kind of defense against the dark arts teachers are just ridiculous. Quirrell, I don't even know what he's just this whole vassal for Voldemort to show up at the end. And then this most recent batch of chapters, when Quirrell's walking outside, the twins are like they've charmed some snowballs to like bash the back of his turban. Like, did anybody ask why he came back with the turban? I think it's like people realized that he didn't always used to wear that turban. And it was when he came back from Albania, and some people said that he stuffed garlic up in there because he was always trying to like hide garlic in case a vampire showed up or something. And he's this stuttering, scared professor. But I just think those two are so ridiculous. And it's this whole idea that the defense against the dark arts position has been cursed, Matt, that you can only serve in it 1 year at a time. And that took place when Dumbledore would not offer Tom Riddle the job. It's what he wanted. He wanted to work at Hogwarts. Now, I know I'm kind of just taking this in all sorts of different directions. So things we've talked about. Lockhart's amazing. We all know that. He's a great duelist. I'm with Matt. He let Snape win. He's like, clearly, if I wanted to, whatever, block that, he could have or whatever. So that was good. Quirrell and he possibly met. That's a theory you guys can go look up before the start of Harry Potter. Quirrell, I kind of want to know. You don't really know how powerful he is, or whether he was a great wizard of any kind, because there's just not much on him. I tried to look up some of his backstory and really just he's a Ravenclaw, which means he's a smart guy, intelligent. So yeah, but now going on this tangent here, I'm all over the place. But the idea that Tom Riddle is turned down that position, Matt, do you think in all the great stories, it's like Luke Skywalker believes in Darth Vader, and that's what brings him back to the light. I was just watching The Last Avatar, and like the fact that Uncle Iroh still believes in Zuko brings him back to like his destiny, and like all these stories that we cover, there's a character who, when you believe in him, you give him a chance, like good things happen. Is this all Dumbledore's fault? Did Dumbledore, like, had he have given Tom Riddle a chance and kept him there at Hogwarts as defense against the dark arts teacher, could he have brought him back to the light? Could he have mentored him in some way in that position and helped, kind of, I don't know, avoid all of this craziness that goes on later on, Like, why didn't Dumbledore believe in him, Matt? That makes sense. Tom Riddle, I mean, like it goes on now the ramifications of that is like he turns him down and the position is cursed, and now we have all these crazies coming in to teach. Every year it comes down to the defense against the dark arts teacher almost killing Harry Potter, or offing him in some way. It's wild.
It's absolutely bad news. Why didn't Dumbledore ever teach it?
Well, literally, let me think. Let's go through. So Quirrell tries to kill him. Lockhart, kind of inadvertently, does. And Lupin is great, but turns into a werewolf and almost kills him, right?
Yes.
And then you had Mad Eye, not so moody, right? Show up. Umbridge, Snape.
I mean, it's like, what are they doing there? It's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad.
I know. So, anyways, I don't know. That last episode got me thinking about all these different professors and their backstories, and just Voldemort and his involvement at Hogwarts. He was a Hogwarts student, and I feel like had somebody taken him under their wing a bit more, shown him some love, right?
And not let him fall to the dark side.
Right.
But I think he's already there. He's already on the dark side. Would it have been better to just not bring him into the wizarding world?
Yeah, that's a great. So Harry asked that question, right? I mean, he asked that of Dumbledore. Did you know, sir? Did you know that? Or he's like, did I know that I had met the most powerful dark wizard of all time? Whew. I think if he would have known, he would have said, no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Maybe he, especially now, because we know that we're going to see some more of the, I think we might see a young Voldemort in these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe some of it will be explained a little bit more because of Grindelwald? Like maybe he'll come to think about like he'll see this troubled kid and think maybe I could help him not become. I don't know that he doesn't. I don't know that he thinks he's going to end up being this bad thing, but it could just be something that's on his mind at the same time.
Yeah. So actually, there is a turning point, right? Once he starts killing people and he starts splitting his soul, as Slughorn says, like that's sort of like it's totally against your nature. Like he starts to become less human, like dehumanizes. Like it's just I don't know. It's a shift. It's a point of almost like no return where he, for the sake of the story or for the purpose of it, you have to have the ultimate bad guy who, like, it's like your Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars, right? We can redeem Vader, but Palpatine is just full dark side. Well, why is that? Why is it that why can't Palpatine be redeemed at all? There's some limit that you pass. So I look at Voldemort and you think of the time when he was at Hogwarts. Yeah, could somebody have believed in him a bit more, or I don't know, he seems to always be kind of, I mean, he's got a tendency towards the dark arts and things like that, but I feel like had he have been shown some love or something else went
Right.
wrong. It wasn't just that he was an orphan and the stuff with his parents and so on. Something else happened, and I feel like Slughorn was close. He was close with Slughorn, but it wasn't the type of mentor or person that he needed in his life. So maybe we lay all this down at Slughorn's feet. I don't know. He did tell him about Horcruxes. So, anyways, yeah, there we go, friends. Just a little. We just like to keep the mics hot, talk about our Hogwarts professors, upgrade Matt to the rank of professor, which is fantastic. Because if Quirrell can be there, then I have no idea why you or I can't. I just think it's a joke. It's a revolving door. Umbridge has no background in education at all. She's a government aid worker, etc., whatever, secretary, and she's freaking thrust
Get her
in
out.
there. So, yeah, it's
Awesome.
a freaking joke. So
awesome. All right, guys. Hey, as always, thank you guys for supporting us here on Patreon and Apple Premium. We have plenty more coming. So, as always, be sure to have your wands at the ready.